Hey folks, elder law care attorney Patrick Kelleher coming to you from elderlawcare.com. Folks, today's question is, if my property is in an irrevocable Medicaid Asset Protection Trust, can I refinance a property? Can I take out a mortgage or maybe even a home equity line of credit? And folks, this is the answer. Typically not. Most banks, from my experience, are uncomfortable loaning money to any property in a trust. Well, guess what, folks? If it's a revocable trust, it's usually not that much of a burden because you're not dealing with this 5-year look-back period for Medicaid. Revocable trust, you can deed the property out of trust, receive your refinance from your lender, and then you can put the property typically back into the trust with your bank's permission after you receive your refinance or home equity line of credit. A little bit different with an irrevocable Medicaid trust because of that 5-year look-back period. Most folks are very eager to get that 5-year clock running because they understand their property, their home, is not fully protected until they beat that 5-year look-back period. They have to stay unincapacitated for at least 5 years before the shoe drops, because otherwise they're not going to get Medicaid benefits to help supplement or help them pay for their skilled nursing facility. Common example that I see, folks will get 2 years into the 5-year look-back period. A situation will arise where they have the need to take out a loan. Not advisable, and proper counseling needs to be done before folks ought to put their property into a Medicaid Asset Protection Trust. But if something happens unexpectedly and you need a loan, typically from my experience, a bank, an institutional lender will not loan you the money while the property's in the Medicaid trust. Same as a revocable trust, you'll typically have to deed out the property back into your names individually. Then the bank will give you your loan. And then from my experience, most banks were okay with you putting the property back into the trust after you receive your refinance or your home equity line of credit. The downside to that, folks, is what? On an irrevocable Medicaid Asset Protection Trust, you're taking the property out of its protection and you're resetting that 5-year clock. You're resetting it to day number 1, and now you got to start that journey all over again. Hence the reason why when we're working with our clients, we ask them a lot of questions. We do requisite counseling. Hey, Bill and Mary, do you plan on taking out a loan anytime in the future? And the clients most of the times will say, no interest whatsoever. But even when they say that, we always advise and counsel them. In the event circumstances should change and you do need a loan, we advise and counsel them that these are the consequences. If you take the property out of trust, it will typically restart that 5-year look-back period. So folks, hopefully this video was helpful. If so, please scroll down, post a comment, post a question, and a member of our Elder Law Care team will get back to you as soon as possible. And please follow us on YouTube as well, and go to elderlawcare.com to learn more.